Hello everybody and welcome back to Space Engineers Ascension. In the previous episode we managed to navigate the stars and land upon the surface of Ceres several times, running into a couple graphical glitches and then finally settling down here on the edge of this mighty crater, which is this way some way, I think? No, I think I went the wrong way. Okay, well there's a mighty crater, take my word for it. It's somewhere nearby. We're right on the lip of it regardless. Is it this? It's this way. There we go. This is our mini mighty crater, where we'll be making our beautiful crater base. But I'm not going to be landing the thing in there just yet. It's a bit heavy, and I'm actually a bit terrified to pick it up and move it. Although, I think, let's go ahead and build ourselves a little landing platform and then land on that, because these voxels have been proving kind of tedious to work with, to be honest. What do I got in my inventory? Oh, I have 986 steel plates. That will do the trick. So let's go ahead and land down inside of this spot and work out where we want to put our sort of little landing pad. Now, we aren't going to have that much room to work with inside this crater base here. So we are going to want to make as best use of the real estate as we can. And I think for now, since we can't really see anything, our best move... let's kind of try and align things with the horizontal plane. Let's just rotate that. That looks pretty flat, right? Sure, that can be flat. Okay. What I was trying to say, words, I've forgotten. I can't remember anymore. It's okay, we'll make it work. Let's weld all this up. We just land, so I'm not burning hydrogen. We do have something barely approaching gravity on Ceres. We have 0.05 Gs, which is going to be sort of just barely enough that we might be able to make a rover, but I think we're probably going to be better off using flight craft, or craft that, is capable of some kind of flying, because, it's probably not the best idea to do all of this with wheels when those wheels are barely going to be stuck to the ground as is. Okay, let's take this thing slowly into the crater. We accelerate a little bit too quickly with these large engines. Okay, I see my landing pad over there. Let's coast in ever so gently. Just pulsing the engines there. And brake. And then we can position ourselves. Okay, lovely. Let's turn and land. Oh, we are not horizontal. Are we horizontal now? I'm getting some weird bugs in my controls here. It's just sort of stopping me from moving in certain directions, which is so strange. Let's just drift over slightly sideways there. Rotate around. And there we go. I think we'll be able to stick this landing pretty comfortably. Let's just tilt forward, of course. Rotate. Hey, all 4 feet on the ground. Or 3 feet, rather. On the ground. Nice. Finally, that's done. 3 episodes in. And we have the trappings of a crater base. Okay, beautiful. I've waited my entire life for this moment. Let's go ahead and... that can be the landing bay for now. We will be expanding upon that rather dramatically. But I think, for the moment, let's decide where we're going to place our... the majority of our other stuff, like med bay and things like that, and let's get that unpacked as soon as possible. Let's get this all welded up too. I don't think we're going to be at too much threat of meteorites just for the moment while we're in here, but it is something we are going to have to be aware of. That is a threat type of thing. Let's go up a level, I reckon. Yeah, we'll use this guy and a small one. There we go. Get ourselves an armor ramp. And then we can probably go, up a level and build ourselves a simple little base. Just with the basics, we're going to stick down a reactor, we'll stick down a medical bay, and we'll stick down some, sort of lights and things like that we can work with. Okay, we have ourselves a little base platform we can now work off of, and I think it's time to start putting together the basics of this base. So we're going to need several things, right? Let's go ahead and plan out one large reactor. Maybe a large reactor is a bit overkill initially. We could probably get away with a small one, right? So let's plan out a small reactor. Uh-huh. There we go. Stick that in the corner over here, I reckon. We'll do it sort of like that. There we go. It can be a corner piece. Then on this wall here, I think we should stick our O2 generator. Hold on. That's a 02. I want O2. That's the one. Put that on a new taskbar. Okay, O2 generator. We'll slap that in. Where? Like right over here? Yeah, sure, that'll do. Okay, right over there. Then on this corner, we can put in our assembler. So, assembler. Oh, a mess. A messbler, assembler. Perfect. And then we need a refinery as well. But I think I'm going to be sticking that outside. Refinery does not need to be indoors. In fact, none of this technically needs to be indoors at all. I would just like to make it, you know, indoors. Okay, boom. Assembler can go there. That's pretty good so far. Let's start welding all this up. We're going to need a cargo container of some kind, right? Yeah, might as well get that in now as well. So small, medium, and large. We'll put them all there. Let's get the small one. I guess we'll stick it with the reactor. Actually, I'd kind of like to finish up the reactor first. Let's get that done. So we need metal grid, reactor components, and other bits. Let's grab this. Let's get some metal grids, some reactor components, and let's go weld those in. And I think we're definitely going to be, you know, sort of benefiting from building ourselves an artificial gravity generator just around this area as well, because it makes orientation a lot easier. Construction components, large steel tube, motors, and computers. Okie dokes. So, where's that little icon? Come on, come on, highlight. There we go. So we need construction components, motors, large steel tubes, and I'm out of space. Oh right, yeah, I forgot how chock-a-block full we were. I need to throw these back at the grinder then. We need some large steel tubes and some computers. So there we go. Okay, and that should give us a large reactor. Oh, small reactor, sorry. Large will come in good time. We have the components for it, but we really just don't have the need. So, like, I'm not going to build it yet. Let's go ahead and we'll take 25 of that. This thing does not need all that much uranium in it. We will be switching over to solar power pretty quickly. We do have uranium nearby, as I have marked up there. But, you know, I don't really want to rely on it. Okay, O2 generator is built. Wonderful. We need display and computers. Okay. I did consider doing a connector, and I will do a connector before I do all the component transfer. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be sitting here dragging, you know, components back and forth. What do I need? Displays. There we go. Yeah, we'll definitely be doing like sort of like a permanent landing dock for this thing with an integrated connector and stuff before we do component transfer, because otherwise, oh boy. What we can do in the meantime is grab some ice, grab our empty bottles, and as much ice as we can carry. There we go, throw that in the oxygen generator and make sure we have some breathable air available to us. There we go, okay, 100% all round. Beautiful. Oh man, that helps so much. Okay, now we need to set up our med bay. So, how's this going to work? So right now we've got like a really simple little industrial area. Obviously we're going to want a door on here. Oh, not drawer. We're going to want a door with an airlock, because I do have air tightness enabled and I do plan to use it. So, in order to airlock this effectively, I think we'll have a door facing out like that. And then probably a door entering the space like this, and a door entering... Oh, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do 2 rooms at once here. So let's rather have a... Where is my door block now? There we go. A door entering the space of this room here, and then this room here. Yeah, so you can come in, you can turn, you can get out there, or you can come into the reactor/refinery room. I think that'll do the basics for us. So let's go ahead and put up a rudimentary little wall here, just so we know to demarcate the space. Yes, just like that. And in fact, we may actually leave that block exposed for now, just because that's going to be our easiest link to our refinery. That one too. There's not really all that much sense in closing those off just yet. Okay, but this is starting to take shape a little bit. Then you, here, would be best suited as a conveyor junction, so that we can stick an air vent to pressurize and depressurize this room right over here. That is kind of a janky spot for it though, isn't it? That would probably be better suited on the roof. If I put that in there, can I walk past, or is that going to be a bit too claustrophobic? So you come in, there's the air vent, you can turn. That's quite tight. I wonder if we can work the space a bit better than that, maybe. What if... Thinking here. We don't actually... We could just put the air vent straight on this assembler. We don't actually need a conveyor junction there. That could just get attached straight there. Yes. That could work. Okay, let's get these doors fixed. And some more of the stuff welded up, just so I can sort of get a better idea of what I'm working with. I kind of struggle to visualize stuff if I can't see it. Okay, so that is how our airlock entrance would look. So this would be like the hab area. This will be closed. You come in, you open up, and then that would be closed. You depressurize, and you'd open up. So we can set up sensors that would make it so that this thing automatically opens and closes doors as you transition. It's probably a good idea. Yeah, okay, so that would be the tightness of the airlock. Now, I wonder if there's any way we can increase the amount of space we have, or at least the appearance of space we have here. And we could do the airlock for this thing on this side. So if we remove this door, right, and we instead place the airlock... Oh, jetpack on. We instead place the airlock door here. That allows us a bit more room to do sensing and things like that. Yeah, that's probably a better idea. And then also because, you know, you can kind of come around, turn the corner, and boom, you got all of this available to you. And then just to give a bit more space in this room, I think what we'll do is a little sneaky trick where you use light armor blocks. There we go, half blocks. So there, and then we stick that door we had the idea for in here. Do I want this door or sliding door? I think we'll do a sliding door. And we'll probably do it facing... Yeah, facing this way. Okay, perfect. Very nice. Okay, so that's simple. So now, let's just weld up this. Is that in the right orientation? It is. Okay, cool. So now you come in here, you walk on through. This will be the main hab area. This will be part of... Oh, see if we can't get all that in there. I wonder if there's any way we can, like, sort of make the space inside here feel a bit bigger. I'm not convinced we can. So let's go ahead and do this the way we know. Oh, I did just destroy that a little bit. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay, so now we've got these things in. It gives us an idea of how much space we have to work with, which is a good thing. We can also, of course, always go up a floor. So, you know, we can build up, we can build down, we can go left and right. I think just for now, let's just see how much space we have to work with as is. Oh, I really need to get into my chute. Just get a bit of recharge there on the old battery pack. Nice. And let's start laying down that med bay and plumbing it up, I think, because I am stalling a little bit in that regard. But we are getting the sort of the basics of our Craterbase are coming together. I would ultimately like to sort of scrap this entirely and turn it into like a cool dome, but we really just need to get the basics down first. So let's throw in that med bay that we've been talking about. Med bay. Thank you. There we go. It kind of fits the space perfectly if we do it like that. And that'll make it easier to bring a conveyor belt. Ooh. Actually, what would be the best way to do a conveyor belt? Oh, not a conveyor belt, what's the word I'm looking for? Conveyor tube. Because this is gonna kind of suck. Maybe doing a conveyor tube in here, not the air vent, is actually the best idea. Like a conveyor junction. Oh, I'm so indecisive. Because we need this, essentially. Let me just go ahead and grab the correct block. There we go. So we need this to link up to the oxygen generator over here. And, well, I mean, also to the rest of the base, of course. So that needs to do something sort of to this effect. Is that something we can achieve easily? I think we don't. I think we might just have just a little bit too, like, I think we might have just too little space to do this efficiently. But, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's weld all this up and see what we get. Alright, we just need 10 more metal grids and we can build the medbay, and then all of our fields of permanent death will be for naught. Voila! Yes! Okay, fantastic. And those two are now correctly plumbed up, which is good. Oh, and we can get some delicious oxygen in. Hold on. Why is the medbay not working? That's a bug that's been coming up frequently in the game for me, where the medbay just doesn't function despite it should, by all means, and reloading the game really does just fix it. But I'm not going to do that right now because we don't really need to. So I'm just going to sit in here for a second and get some health back, but it is kind of annoying that that bug still exists. I should point out, of course, that, you know, the game is beta, it is still in early access, and I know it's a bit late in the series to bring that up, but, you know, I mean, you can only expect so much. It has, by any other means, though, been a pretty fantastic, pretty resilient little game. Okay, so now we need to work out how we're going to do our air vent in here. There is a way we could do it, which is a bit sneaky, but it will get the job done. So we could throw in a junction here, right, weld that up. Well, you know, when we get the chance. And then throw on the air vent over here, like that, and then just sort of wall it up from this point. That is a way around a lot of the problems we are running into here. What do you need? Small steel tubes, construction components, and metal grids. Okay. Oh, I can't wait to get all this stuff into the base proper. Okay, small steel tubes, construction components, metal grids. Like that. Yes, there we go. Okay. So now, if we were able to pressurize this airlock, that would be great. So if I could do something like... We all, of course, also need a gas storage system of some kind. So I think a bit of an aesthetic thing to do would be do that. Or better yet, actually, so that we can extend it. The base, that is. Let's do something like this, where we use the flat blocks at this level to cover up that much. Yeah. Yeah, no, I prefer that now. Okay, and then we could use these on the corners here to sort of like curve it off. Okay, work with me here. We'll break up these lines soon. We'll make it pretty. Don't worry about that. This is beta stage right now. Let's go ahead and how's the best way to do this now? Probably with another one of these, I imagine. Let's throw in like that. There we go. Yeah, because this is now inside the base itself, so this doesn't need to be quite as airtight. Because I would like to put a second floor of sorts on top here. Okay, so as long as we can get the airlock sealed, we can kind of start, like, you know, working out how we're going to do all of this. So let's do exactly that. I think it could be kind of interesting. I don't really mind leaving this exposed to vacuum at present, like we have more pressing concerns. But that will do some of the work for us. I'm not sure what we can put in that corner piece there, so we'll just leave it for now. I don't know if there are pieces that'll fit there, actually. Let's go ahead and throw this on. Oh, see, now we start coming to the problem of... We could just slap on a side block. This is so jank. Oh my god. We're gonna have to redo all of this. I hate it already. But let's have a look. Let's just see... Again, like, I kind of struggle with just scaffolding, so let's go ahead and weld this up and see what that looks like. Okay, so that's the facade at the moment. That's the front end of the base, and I don't hate it. It is quite low. It gives me the sort of a bunker appeal, which is kind of what we're going for. So let's go ahead and close up these doors, all of them. And this thing should now read... where is it? That thing, yeah, that thing should now read... So if I take off my helmet... Hey, I can breathe. We have oxygen in here. We have a pressurized little container. Okay, nice. Very nice. Now. Now. Oh, there's a conveyor here? Why is there a conveyor here? This doesn't need to be a full-on conveyor junction. Let's put the helmet back on. And set you up to... Oh, we need an oxygen tank to be able to depressurize. Crap, we're going to lose some air here. Oh well, lol. Bye. Saw's air. Yeah, that was a bit of a waste. Because we actually need a place to store our excess overflow, don't we? Yeah, which we could do right out here. So let's do that right over there. So, oxygen tank. Thank you. And we'll stick that there. And weld it up. Large steel tubes. Let me go get that. There we go. And we have an oxygen tank. Fantastic. Now, by all accounts, we should be able to sort of hop in here. Whoop. Okay. Close up these doors. Yeah. Alright. That will pressurize the room. Perfect. And then we can go ahead and tell it to... are there any air leaks? No air leaks. Cool. And we can go ahead and tell it to depressurize the room. Suck all the air back out. Nice! And now we can open and close without fear of damaging it. Okay, that is really great. So now we can look at how we're going to pressurize these rooms. I do kind of like this little spine going up the side here. At least temporarily. This doesn't need to be... it's going to have to be there, isn't it? Yeah, because we are going to have to keep that room sealed, in fact. Yeah, so what if we do the same thing on both sides? It looks a bit jank. I know it looks a bit jank, but it's okay. We probably won't have to look at it for too long if we pretend it isn't there. That's how I solve most of my problems. But this does not need to be there. The airlock does need to be a sealed unit, though, and kind of building it up to 2 levels like that maybe was a bit of a mistake. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But what we can do is just to try and avoid having such a low ceiling here, is we can go up a block all the way around, right? So we go up a block there, and then we can, you know what? Oh, you know what we could do here? Something a bit different is we could do a bit of a transitional piece. This is going to look like such terrible... Oh, it's going to look bad. But let's do a transitional piece there into that, which would have been mirrored here if that wasn't there. That does kind of need to be there for the moment. This room can have a low roof. I'm not too worried about that, but I don't want the rest of it to have one. So let's go ahead and slap on our edges. Okay, so I have placed and welded the majority of these roof blocks here that you can see. And I think you can sort of get an idea now of where I'm planning to go with this. So let's go ahead and put that together. How many blocks do I have left? I got plenty of plates. Okay. Then, now the real question comes, we could do a flat roof, but I think that's a bit of a waste, to be honest. I've abandoned any hopes of doing a second story on this just yet. I think the best plan for us is going to be get a pressurized area and begin working with that. So let's go ahead and just sort of start designing a more interesting roof pattern, I think. And I'm very much a big fan of iterative design, so I'm probably going to like weld this up completely and then cut out the bits I don't like and replace them with parts that I do. And I'll bring you guys along for the entirety of that journey, just so you can sort of get an idea of how I do my building, because I think it's often quite helpful. You can see, you know, sort of how another player plays this game, because it's very much an individualized, sort of tailored experience for each person. Okay, now how are we going to fit this in there? See, blocks like this, these corner pieces, there isn't really anything in vanilla that kind of fills them up properly. So what I'm thinking of doing, right, is getting out the half block, this one, rotating it this way, sticking it in that corner there, just so we get a seal, and then we can, like, put something else in the space beneath it. If that makes any sense? Because I think we do have the room on either side. I've sort of created it by lifting it up like this a bit. I think we do have the room on either side to sort of make that work. Because that will, I hope, give us a seal in the corners. And if it doesn't, we'll have to rethink it. But for now, that should do the trick. So let's keep welding this. Let's just sort of see where we are at the moment. Because if we can get this done today, and I'd like to put some like interesting designs on the actual armor blocks, Because I think armor work, what do they call it? Gibbling is an interesting way to create some like cool aesthetics. What if we put this piece? No, see, it doesn't match the curve. What do these pieces look like in those spaces there? Could do like a little corner, but I don't think that quite does it. What does that corner block look like here? See, now there, maybe that's something we could work with. Like sort of like little indented corners. That's an option. It's an option. Let's try it out. Right, so it does make those corner spaces look deliberate, doesn't it? Oh, I know exactly what we can put in here that will make these little inclusions look deliberate, because I can't really fill them directly, but I know exactly what will look great in there. And that's a set of corner lights. There we go. Let's go ahead. Oh man, come on. Corner lights. Let's go ahead, float up a bit, and I think we'll put a double set. Do we want one or two? Oh wait, maybe one, and then we put it up in this corner. Yeah, I think that'll help make the space look like intentional. Yes. Yes. Okay, I'm feeling this. This is the one. Also, a bit of, exterior lighting probably isn't the worst idea. This is going to be really hard to see. Building in a crater has its advantages. One of them is, minor protection from meteorites. The second is that, if you're playing on a multiplayer server, you have some very basic natural defenses, just protecting you line of sight style. So how does that look? Okay, I like the way that's sort of lighting up those spaces. I do. I do like that. We might do something different with these corner pieces, but I think for now we'll leave that as it is, because we need to finish up the roof of this thing. The coup de grace, as it were. We also need to put on that final corner block, and it's just going to have to be half blocks. It'll be ugly, but you know what? It'll get the job done. And then this here, I think, you know what? Let's just go with the good old straight edge light armor block. Sometimes simple's best, Sometimes brick is best. And then once that's done, now we can work out how we're going to do our very tip of our roof here. So we could continue this trend, this sort of like casual slope that's coming in, or we could bring it back down, which could work, but I have a sneaking suspicion that's just going to look like a bit odd, really, because we can't really blend in this edge. It's going to be the best way to do this. We could just go flat, I guess. Fill it up with good old armor blocks, standard. Nothing too dangerous there. And I do like the very bunker-esque look we're getting here. It's very militant. So let's go ahead and give it a flat roof. Let's lean into the bunker aesthetic that we've sort of built ourselves into here. Why not work with it, right? So let's go ahead and grab some more plates. And as you can see, the grinder is slowly unloading itself into the main. Yeah, there we go. So we got about 11,000 steel plates left. I thought initially we only had like 6 because I was out of inventory space, so they couldn't be stored in there. But in fact, we do have quite a bit more than that. Okay, that looks good. Now to make this space look deliberate as well, and a good way to do that is usually with lights. So I think we're gonna do something like this. Yes. I know what I want to do here. That, and then what we'll do is we'll remove those intermediary ones, or actually better yet, gotta remember which tab everything's on. Let's remove these ones. And then we'll have like cool ridge lights on top, and we can color these slightly. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Now we're getting into it. Then we could probably do with some lights on the ends here, and we'll color these specifically for like each of their spots. Don't worry about that. It'll all look fine soon. Let's get some construction components. We're gonna need like 100 of them for all the work we're about to do. We do still need a refinery, and we're not gonna have to work out some way to incorporate that. That I haven't thought about too much, because I know it's gonna hurt my brains when I do try. Okay, so that doesn't really work, does it? No, I don't like the door. I don't like the lights there. We are going to have to work out some kind of a way to light up this space, but that's not going to be it. Unless, maybe lights down here is actually what we needed. Oh, and I do need to get under there as well and weld up. Yeah, or rather place blocks underneath this so it doesn't look like it's clipping out of the terrain. Yes, like that. Now we're talking. Okay, see now this I can work with. So let's go ahead and hop into the ship for some more power because our med base glitched out, I just remembered. And yeah, let's, you know what, let's actually unlock, thrust up, let's rotate. And we can probably go ahead and turn off these lights, but I kind of want to just, yeah, oh, lean forward, thrust to this, no, wrong side, this side, that side, there we go. That's the one. I just want to park this in a more sort of central position. Kinda like this. There we go. That's better. And now we got full charge too. Awesome. Let's also go ahead and turn off these spotlights. They are chowing power for no purpose. We can hide the thrusters. And we can hide the landing gear as well. Landing gear, you should be a group called gear. We are going to keep this craft. I mean, it's a perfectly functional spacecraft. We will pretty it up a bit, I think, before we, you know, do much more with it. Spotlights. And it definitely is going to be a good craft for, like, hopping between Ceres and orbit, because it is quick. But I think, for the most part, it's probably not worth our time to toggle block on and off. Okay, and turn those lights off. Wow, we really need some kind of illumination on this thing as well. Let's go ahead, hop in here, unlock, thrust up a bit. Alright, let this thing just sort of chill just above the base. And we will be tearing this up. This is by no means permanent, what I'm about to do. But I would like to get, I think... Yes! Yes, I hadn't considered this. We could do double lights. Whoopsies. Not what I meant. Oh, man. Pressing all the wrong buttons possible. You know what? We're using so many of these damn things. Corner lights. Give me that corner. There we go. And let's just stick it like... Because we're not going to use solar panels for a bit. So, 8 buttons, please. Just work. There we go. Okay, so that's going to give us some illumination on the walkways. And that'll help a little bit, but I'm thinking, what I'm really thinking, is that maybe what we want to do is, I don't suppose we have like corner lights that are like 45 degrees or 90 degrees to each other, instead of 180. Here we go. Corner light triple. That's not really what I want. I kind of want sort of just these two here. Like literally, you know, lights for a corner, like a square corner. But that doesn't look like it's something that's available to me. Okay. Oh well, is what it is. Let's see if we can make this look any good. Or at least make it look deliberate, right? That's sort of always the trick. Yeah, and I think keeping them parallel with the ones on the path is going to just sort of help with that whole aesthetic. But again, this is by no means permanent in any way, shape, or form. Okay, now we can at least see, you know, that we have a landing pad. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring that boy down. We should just be able to go straight down. Oh, why didn't I just turn on my spotlights and then we're able to see? There we go. And lock. Oh, and we can turn off the spotlights. And we can probably turn off the thrusters as well. Oh, not all of the thrusters were turned off. Control panel, thrusters, show block and terminal. That is all the thrusters. Turn them off. But the front ones are still functional, as are these two new ones we placed in. Curiouser and curiouser. Huh. Yeah, a lot of bugs. A lot of bugs coming up here. I'm pretty sure reloading will fix all of them. So let's go ahead and land, close that up. Nice, and then we'll set up automation for this in a minute. But let's go ahead, depressurize off. Nice. Let's open up here. Let that space be pressurized as well. Hey, okay, so we can now take off our helmet inside and say hello to our engineer. Hello. Hope you guys can see his face. You know what, let's get some lighting in here too. And then we're probably going to call that an episode. So, I think a nice little light in the corner there. Probably a good idea. Let's weld that up. Okay, and we will toy with the settings on the lights soon enough. Don't worry about that. There. Yeah, having these corners sunken in a bit does look a bit jank, but you know what, we'll live with it. We'll make it work. Okay, anyway, now we can begin to partition out this lighting. Also, we should be able to open this, right? This should be pressurized as well now? It is. Lovely. Okay, and as long as we don't accidentally open the outer door, we won't lose any of this oxygen we've managed to build up here. Okay, lights set up. Let's go ahead and tweak them to fit the rooms that they're in. I kind of like the dark mood lighting we've got going on in this room. So I think all I'm going to do for these last two corner lights, and now these will be the last two ones we just made. Here we go. I think we're going to give them like a slight pink tinge, just because like this is a bit of a reactor room. You know, maybe even a red tinge. Let's go a bit darker. Yeah, like that. And then we're going to give them a slightly larger radius. Let's say 4 meters. But we'll reduce the intensity so that they're sort of less glaring and more interesting. Yeah, like that. Okay, that really sort of differentiates the space, which is nice. Then, do we have space for a corner light in here somewhere? Perhaps on the floors? Maybe just like a single set in the middle here would do the trick, right? Can't fit it there. Is there something here? Am I the something that's there? Let's move out the way. We could put a set there. Oh, that's way more interesting if we have it on the actual airlock. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, like that. Yeah, no, that's far more interesting. Okay, so now we just need a panel to work with here. So I'm thinking, you know, for our new airlock lights. Okay, I'm going to rename. Okay, these two no longer shown in terminal, so we don't have to deal with them again. Oh crap, now which one are you? Oh, you'll be double corner light, right? That'll be your designation. Corner light double 5, that'll be the one. Okay, so let's make you more of like a cyan. Yeah, this exact color, in fact. I kind of like that. Again, we'll increase it and then drop the intensity quite a bit. Perfect. Okay, and again, that really differentiates the space color-wise from anything else. And then, you know what? Let's go ahead and duplicate that on this end. Just so we really get that sort of that glow. Okay, so you were 151 on the red. 151. Perfect. And what were your settings here? 3.8 meters and intensity of... Oh, where is it? 1. So you can hold control and click, by the way, here, if you're wondering. 3.8 meters and an intensity of 1. You can hold control click to be able to manually input that information. Okay, nice. Those two lights are done. So let's go ahead and hide them. Oh, what we should do before we do all that sort of sneakiness is put all the lights on this grid in a single group. So we'll just call that lights, so we can turn them all off when we're not here. Lights, save. There we go. And you two can be turned off. Oh, rather, turned off you don't have to see them in the terminal. Let's rephrase. Okay, nice. Now. Okay, done. Perfect. Look at this. Okay, we have the trappings of our very first Craterbase in the bunker. And I am pretty hoarse. I am pretty happy with how far we've come today. We've unpacked, for the most part. We just need to set up our refinery, really. But we can do that in a future episode. Let's go ahead and pressurize this. Take off our helmet. Head on over to the med bay. And settle in to relax. Oh, you know what we need? We need a chair. We need something to sit in. Let's make like a chair. Do we have like beds? I know I do have the cosmetics mod installed. Let's put all of those on 8. Do we have like a bed by any chance? Oh yeah, nice. Okay, yeah, we gotta set ourselves up. Come on, let's be real about this. Gotta have our little bed to sleep in, and we gotta have our little little eatery in the corner. Maybe we have our eatery on the walls. That makes sense. Stick our chairs. I like the one that's got some chow on it already. That's cute. It's really sad that he's got like another chair. Maybe we'll have to invite somebody to come play, because otherwise our little engineer here is going to be doing this all by himself. Let's go ahead and depressurize on. Oh man, that is so much easier than having to go into the menu every single time. Oh shit, we just lost all the air. Oh wait, it would have depressurized that room as well. Okay, fantastic. We didn't lose all the air. It's all going to be okay. So we need girders and interior plates, apparently. I don't have any girders. Okay, so we can't make our chair just yet. That's a shame. But let's go ahead and drop off. What's some of the stuff we don't need? We don't need this much steel plate. Let's throw that back in the grinder. Grab a couple that we do need. Grab some of that. Grab some of that. What else are we going to need here? I'd like to make us a little kitchenette. I don't know what it's going to require though. So let's go find out. So kitchen, stove, maybe it's oven. Let's peruse, shall we? Refrigerator, sure. Sink, okay. Cooker, that's what we needed. Was the cooker. Okay, so what are we putting that on rank 8? So let's put a cooker in. Put the sink in, and we'll put in the refrigerators. Okay, lovely. And of course, these don't do anything; they are completely cosmetic. But for the role plays, man, for the role plays. Let's turn that on. Hey, pressurize me. Right, I got a middle mouse button, then scroll, and then middle mouse button. Right. Okay, I'm remembering. I'm learning. Let's fill this room with air. Lovely. And then we gotta have a little chow station. We gotta have a little chow station. Maybe we remove this. Fuck. Oh. Whoops. All my air is gone. Whoops. That was a mistake. My bad. Grinder's a bit too powerful. Let's throw our little nappy bed in there. Isn't that nice? There we go. And then we can throw in the control 8, thank you. And then we can go ahead and put in our little cook station. Yes. Or do we want it this way? Which way makes more sense? Like that way makes more sense. There we go. Isn't that nice? Little cookery. How much space does that take up? Is that a 2-block thing? Or is it 1 block high? It's 1 block high. Is there any way we could put a corner light up there? No. Oh no, that's because that's a half block, right? I remember now. Could stick one here though, just to make sure we can illuminate the kitchen area. Nah, you know what? I like my green lights the way they are. I'm thinking though. My poor boy, he's not gonna have a bed for a little while, and it's a bit cramped in here. But you know what? For the most part, I feel like we're done. I feel like I'm messing around now, and that it is time to call it an episode. So, if you guys have enjoyed watching this episode, please do hit that like button. If you haven't, hit that dislike button, and let me know in the comments down below if you have any suggestions or ideas or mods or, ships that you'd like to see me build or attempt to build anyway, and I will do my absolute damn best to do exactly that for you. So, thank you everybody very much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.